Thus far, the cogs have been me, but Brother Max is now starting to rotate.
In the background?
We live in a giant
I'm moving
clock.
a big...
Let's take some calls from the request line. Caller number one.
Hey, man, what's up? This Dominique from Shady No Trailer Park.
What's up, Dominic?
I want that song for Lil Johnny P. Pablo.
Alright, I got that coming right up for you. Now, shout out the radio station that gave you what you wanted.
W boom boom beat, baby.
What you doing from the front? What you doing from the back?
And here comes the squad.
Break it down like that. Break it, Shamika, Keisha, Tara, Break it, Sabrina, Crystal, Yolanda.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Large Lads, the largest show on the internet with your host, Macro Max, Capital Kirsten, and Supersized Sam.
Sorry for the audio issues last week. Believe it or not, we do audio tests beforehand. I just did the audio test at the appropriate distance. I blanked. I leaned away during the podcast, but I pinky promise we do actually test the audio beforehand.
Guarantee there will be more audio mistakes.
We were going to fuck it up.
Tune in,
100%.
boys.
But we're trying. Look at us. You can see that we're trying.
That's true.
Shout out to
Brandon
Max.
likes that. Also, huge shout out the support on the new Big Saturday video.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
We watched that. I was like, God damn it, Christian's already a better editor than me.
The pacing was nice. I thought it was really good.
I'm just zoomer brained enough to make an entertaining training video, I think.
Just trimming out me and Sam's boring ass conversations.
Well, I think it's good. I think that's the only way we get those videos done, right? Because if me and Max are doing serious sessions, like maybe during like hypertrophy phase, Max and I could be bothered to set up a camera. I'm like, hey, Max, go talk to it. And then he's like, hey, Sam, go talk to the camera. There is no way when we're locked into like a big prep for like a big lift, which is the things that people want to see.
Yeah.
There is not a goddamn chance you and I are breaking out the camera. We're not going to film a bunch of stuff, let alone talk to the camera, right? So it's like that's the only way it's going to happen is having a cameraman. Kirsten just instantly good at it. That's what happens when you watch tens of thousands
I
of
have
hours of
watched
YouTube.
every single Trend Twins video in preparation for this.
Wait for the Subway Servers edition of the Big Saturday video.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was cash though. I think we're going to be able to get
we'll
the
do-
workout flow really good and maybe show. Sorry, I'm prattling on. You'll be able to actually show like what a real session looks like in terms of like you and I getting really grumpy during prep and being really focused and doing like the extra like do a bar warm up. Oh, that didn't feel good. Go do like another warm up drill, like that kind of thing. Actually document that because I always notice that we're not the only ones who do this. All of the like big lifters I've followed on YouTube are like, I filmed today, check it out. It's my deload week. And it's like, what the fuck? That was the 1 week I didn't want to see. Where were all of the other weeks of this prep for this like big 2,400 total? What happened to all the other weeks? They're tired. They're very stressed and they want to make sure those sessions go well because they got a date. I now completely get it. And we have found the cheat code.
True.
The great cameraman, Coach Klong.
And we can film. We're going to film some other sessions, which will be good. We'll be
We're gonna
mixing it up
rotate
a
the
little bit.
workouts.
Because
Yeah.
you guys are
Big
good.
shoulder day.
Yes.
Me and Sam are full-time training together now. So
Yep. Yeah.
we'll be able to do like leg day with the boys.
Max is now my training lackey.
And also, we're the strongest brothers in the world.
I mean, sad circumstances.
Don't wish any injury on anyone, but we are stronger than the Silver Brothers right now.
Damn.
We've got one whole working leg between us.
For those who don't know, Luke Stoltman jumped in some water, couldn't see how deep it was. They warn you about this quite a bit, and snapped one of his legs. So at least temporarily.
The question mark is dropped, boys. Spread the word.
Strongest
drop
brothers in
the question
world.
mark for about a month, boys.
No
it back
question
in.
mark for a whole 4 weeks.
4 weeks after 4 weeks of rehab, put the question mark back in. We're just posing the question. You know what I mean?
April is the month that we were the world's strongest brothers.
For
before we
1
dipped
month
back
in
out.
2026.
So we're going to do quick training updates on how everyone's doing.
All right, you can go first, Kirsch, because me and Max are training together, so that's going to be kind of a joint deal. How's
True.
your training going?
True. I'm like 14 pounds down now. So that's pretty good. Strength has been up on everything.
Yes.
So that's been really fun.
Whoa.
I only had to swap out seated barbell overhead. That got really sticky for me. So I swapped that out with the deficit. I think if I was bulking, I could have taken a smooth stab at keeping that in there.
Yeah.
And then I also am taking my ab training very seriously right now.
Let's go.
Because I did what every bodybuilder does, and I got bulky, and I did not think about my abs. And now I am cutting, and I'm like, oh shit. If I get at all lean and I have no abs, I'm gonna be so upset.
Just desperate training, trying to be like, oh fuck, they're not made in the kitchen. I did.
I'm like speed running, trying to get to the stack on the crunch machine at the gym. I'm trying to get like Eddie Hall style. You can see them when I'm fat type abs. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
the goal for the next bulk is to
Keep training the abs?
They're gonna be like ginormous.
Next time you're bulking again, be like, wow, I'm doing all this fucking ab work, bro. I'm trying to get huge arms.
You're
True.
lucky you have good genetics because you can get away with this bullshit of like, oh, well, better train them up on the cut really quick and get away with it. Like
They're gonna be better when I actually train them on the bulk on the way back
I know,
up.
but the fact that you locked in and your numbers started going up faster on your cut.
Yeah, it's a little, in my own
Bro is
defense,
the modern Kevin Levrone and doesn't even know it.
I was pretty depressed when I was at peak bulk, so I think that also plays a role.
But I do think that sometimes at the gym, it's funny. People underrate I think you have very, very good hypertrophy genetics, right? Like as far as natural women go, you put on muscle at a rate that's like pretty unusual, right? And then like, you'll be like talking to some of the women at the gym and you're like, well, yeah, I did this exercise for about 2 months now. That's why this muscle is big. And they're like, what? I've been doing this exercise for 4 years. You're like, you have? It's not working.
You should have tried harder.
You're not connecting with the movement the way I do.
Better mind muscle connection.
It's funny. That can be so much of a like I'm trying to suss out when we're training together, Max, how much of that is me coping and how much of it is real. Because like on one hand, it's a very real thing. If you look at guys who are real good at hypertrophy training, they get a lot more out of the same weight, right?
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it's also genetic freak guys who aren't even that strong and haven't been training that hard or that long. And they're like, I get so much out of my 4 RIR sets. You don't understand how much I squeeze the muscle. And it goes either way. There is no like hard and fast rule that anybody says like I get more out of a weight. It's some of the smartest guys you'll hear who are doing a great job. And it is some of the dumbest guys who are getting away with a bunch of bullshit. And they both say it. It's hard to parse sometimes.
You know, one of my like giveaways is if they've never like had a phase of trying the like heavier weight, like guy who just like low diffed his career with just like I do the 15s. I've never done any weight heavier
I have
than the
never
15s.
curled more than the 30s.
Well, I progress every block, so I don't know why I would. But like, the guy who's like, oh yeah, like I got up to a 405 shoulder press.
Yes.
It did literally nothing for me, and so I tapered back down. That's always a sign of like,
but
okay.
even then, sometimes you should be wary, right? Like Kai Green built his physique doing 5-plate incline presses, got about as big as he was ever going to get, and just kind of needed to refine coming in with good conditioning and nail his peaks, and then started doing like 95-pound Jefferson deadlifts and was like, I'm squeezing, I'm one with the muscle. And it's like, you got massive the same way everybody else got massive. I seen you squat 6 plates for 10 high bar. Like,
Dude, it is so fucking funny whenever you see someone like falling down the trap of seeing an elite lifter and being like, damn, I've got to do that to be like them. And be like, no, you're dooming yourself. Where it's like John Hack does like really limited accessories. And it's like, if John Hack gains muscle, it's worse because he still has to cut to fucking 198. You are not in that position.
do you have the it's just the LED on your light turned off, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Still got it.
Okay.
I feel like that's also
You gave me a big scare there. I was like, this was actually an okay start. Brother, you turned off your mic.
Mid episode, I was like, I'll just yell into the mic to do a quick audio test. Mistakes will continue to happen.
I feel like that's also part of why people get so black pilled is there are still bodybuilding coaches who will tell people it's about time under tension and you don't have to worry about how much weight you're lifting.
And then it does matter.
And it does matter. It does, believe it or not, it does matter if you are going heavy and progressively overloading or not.
Yeah, there was like a gentleman, like no specifics given, but there was a guy who was like paid to give advice in like something in the greater Montana sphere. And he was like giving the advice to do lateral raises where at the end of the set, you hold them out here. And Kirsten was Kirsten
mad.
was viscerally upset about, hater of evil people.
Yes.
Believer in doing what's
That is
right.
evil. That
You're
is evil to tell people to do a hold at the top at the end of your lateral raise set. If you can hold it, it was not heavy enough to do a set.
That's where I was
with.
getting, right? It's like you fall, like, you're a rule follower to the ends of the earth.
Yes.
I hate people that don't follow the rule. I will say, you getting so upset about that, kind of valid. if there has ever been proof that you were nowhere near failure on a lateral, it's that on the final rep you can then hold it in the hardest position.
Quick 10-second hold.
Yeah, it was like, and then you hit like an iso hold for 10 seconds, and it was like, oh man, this is
the worst advice I've ever heard.
Some of the most distilled, stinky advice I could find.
So I get being like, there are people who are a little bit black pilled, but maybe they just have been getting really bad information about their training.
It is, yeah. It's very funny, like, you know, with me coaching people now, Coach Max,
Coach Max.
having people come from like vastly different like experiences, because like I'm never gonna be like shit on other coaches type of person, right? But I've had one or two people come to me and are like, what the fuck were they doing?
Yeah, I really try to can it on. Like I told you that's like cheap marketing.
Like, I would never even say that to a client, because I'm like, it just seems like being like, and my stuff is so much better. This shit that I bit from my brother. I earned this by being born after him and just taking all of his programs. We got to know that. We're like, that's the weirdest advice I've ever heard.
Yeah,
we're gonna try a new strategy where we fucking don't do that.
Yeah, there's some odd stuff out there, man. Like I take a lot of pride in being open-minded with training systems for strength, right? Like I've always said, conjugate, it doesn't make sense to me as the answer to what you do when linear stops working. But that doesn't mean that it couldn't be done insanely well. Someone could build a conjugate system around raw lifting, maybe the specificity, whatever, speculations aside. Someone could build an immaculate system that would produce amazing results. And the lifters and the coaches that run it would learn the nuances of what to look for and when, and it would work amazing. The people who are like, conjugate's dumb. And it's like, good conjugate is way better than running like really shitty SBD days specificity boy stuff, right? So it's like a good version of a model. But man, there's some stuff like, and so I always try to come into it with that in mind, with like, especially if the guy's smart, he's good, pretty good lifters, or this good lifter is telling me something. Always come benefit of the doubt. Some shit's indefensible, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm waiting for someone to feel that way about my coaching, because for sure it'll happen. I'm like, this shit is nonsense.
They see 3 sets of RP7, they're like, this guy's a volume junkie. What a bunch of fucking wasted time work.
It is also funny just like knowing, like, you know, like existing in the same sphere. We've definitely heard people say that about Sam. I'm feeling like,
Yeah.
this guy, he's a crackpot.
Yeah, there was people who accused me of being like a super unethical volume spammer, because they saw that I gave a athlete 4 sets of 8 on back squats.
Straight up
like
unethical, bro.
It's not even like a super low bar or anything. It was like a high bar squat. And I was like, yeah, you're doing 4x8 today. And like someone like told this guy, he's like, this guy's a fucking quack. He's going to destroy your body. What? For 4 sets of 8?
Not the first time someone said that about your training.
But it's pretty funny, right? Because it's like, you know, it's always a self-report, right? Like we'll give someone like a pretty, obviously when you start working with someone, you're giving them basically as best you can, what's going to work for the average person for their goals. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a lot of similarity. And the longer you work with them, the more you tailor it and the more unique it looks. My uniquest programs are always the people I've been working with the longest for the most part. It's so funny how the exact same exact same initial program will give you wildly different responses, where like you saw this, one person was like, this is it, this is all the volume. And you're like, yeah, I want you to really make sure that you hone in on your execution and your intensity of these existing sets. And someone will be like, this is quadruple the volume I've ever done before in my life.
It is very funny. Like, you give someone like, what is realistically, like, it's like you said, like diversity comes as like we learn, like, okay, cool, like like we need more bench press for you, or like you respond better to a single, right? Like that optimization comes with knowing an athlete, right? So a lot of the programs, grand scheme of things, it's like frequency is different, you know, strength level dictates that kind of stuff. Having 2 people be like, holy shit, this is more work than I've ever done in my life, and someone like, damn, bro, you're like a really low volume coach.
Yeah,
I'd be like, that's so great, like. What the fuck?
Just everything is out there. And
it's like the Seeker guys, their program is similar to ours, but a little bit higher in the volume.
Yeah.
Right. And they're like, this is what most people need to do to predictably and reliably get better. And so when people are like, this is too much volume, they're like, do cardio. Get in better shape to run the program. At some point, you're going to be able to need to work up to being able to sustainably handle this amount of work, because this is roughly how much you have to do to get better. And it's like, it's funny that people will titrate down to like lower and lower volume routines. And it's like, they'll keep getting better, keep getting better. And it's like, at some point, you're just going to be stuck. And you can be I just keep coming back to 5-3-1. It's like, at some point, you need to build back up the ability to do volume, because people think that's like fixed. It's like, well, I'm 40. So I am stuck at being a 2 set a week squat guy. And it's like your body can still adapt slower. You need more recovery time. Like, I'm not going to give you freaking Smolov, but building to being a 3 set a week squat guy, A, is doable, and B, would potentiate more long-term, squat gains, right? Like, Adam's program's interesting because I've had like a few guys who reached out to me and they're like, I can't do like some of this stuff that you've put out there. And I was like, because I'm 40, like that might've worked when I was in my 20s. And it's like, we've built Adam into being able to do it. Like we just built it up. We built up, made sure he was doing cardio, pretty standard stuff, right? Like Adam's a natty 40-year-old man and he's handling it just fine. You could build these things up.
It's very funny how much I have done this. You have done this. Everyone I've ever met that has trained for a while has done this. Where you find a lever that works and you keep fucking pulling it as hard as
It's like
possible.
the mouse pushing the button.
Or like low volume.
The rat, one might say.
What?
The rat pressing the button, one might say.
More and more coke. Give me more and more fucking heavy singles, right? But it's like, yeah, their CNS adaptation keeps working. But
I promise Max doesn't have a coke addiction. That's not what you're saying.
It's the rat experiment, guys. I swear.
I'm talking about the rats.
My love for Las Vegas is pure.
It's gambling and getting drunk and high, but I swear there's no coke involved.
I would never. But just like people will do the inverse of being like, cool, I actually have my best block came when I did 4 sets. I'm going to do 6 sets. And
Yes.
will like walk their way into like thinking that they genuinely need like 18 sets of legs every single session 3 days a week. Where it's like, dude, I promise you, I don't think that you need that much to progress. Like,
That's one of the things I like that obviously a lot of people say this, but I've heard you say it first, obviously, that your body is a garden, not a machine.
Yeah.
I've been saying that to more people recently because I feel like it's just a good thing to remember is that like you're just giving your body stimulus to respond to. You're not beep booping, putting in numbers, and then you get a result out of it, even though it seems like that sometimes.
Yeah, that advice hits with. I feel like that advice only hits with like 1 in 5 lifters.
Fair.
well, I think because we've talked, this is a fucking point I've said on here probably 3 dozen times, that you need to reach a point to understand that because you initially need to actually like in your soul believe it as an input-output machine to have faith in the training because everyone who starts off doesn't actually believe it, right?
Right.
Like, especially with like fucking people on a new system as a cool coach guy. How many more times can I sneak that in the episode? Like people are initially bought in, right? And you need to like have the belief that if I like do X, I'll get Y, right? And then from there you can have like the more like genuine like holistic approach of being like I'm just like like creating the like area for my body to progress, and then it naturally will, and then I'm like addressing problems as they arise. It's not just like a fucking input output machine.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like the garden analogy just puts more focus on recovery, which I like. Than like especially because a lot of people end up getting stuck because of recovery variables, especially the work hard type dudes.
Well, I definitely figured where I was like part of the input is like eat too much food, sleep too much, and that equals PR. So I just hit that button a fucking bunch.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps working.
Well, yeah.
Hasn't broken
That
yet,
one doesn't
baby.
really stop
The button
working.
still works. All right, brother man, what about your training? What's going on?
I am full-time training with Sam, and my approach, I'm the little lackey bitch. I've been pulling up to every session, just be like, what are we doing today? I don't even look at my program. I just say, what do we do? And I follow Sam around, and whatever he does, I do too.
Awesome.
Very cool. It's been going well. We're 3 sessions in.
Definitely one of the most unique periods of training I've had.
Yeah.
Because I've been so regimented for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
So just being like, whatever goofy shit Sam says, I'm doing.
It's not
he
that
comes up
goofy.
with
It's not that
wacky,
goofy.
crazy stuff every day.
Yeah, that's been good. It's like having you do some movements you haven't really done much before, right? Because I think that I was telling you in the car, but I'll tell the people. I think Max is very like kinesthetically gifted. I think he's a very athletic, especially we talk about 340-pound guys. How many 340-pound guys can throw like a legitimate high kick right above their head like you can? And Max picks things up pretty quickly. But he has really liked keeping his routine a lot more like static in nature. And so he's gotten really, really, really good at these lifts that have been in there for a long time. But if we were rotating movements a little bit more, we would be giving the fact that you're, a gifted calisthenic.
I am a very.
You are not a gifted.
I am. Have you seen my
You are
dips?
one
Have
of
you
the
seen my
worst
dips?
calisthenics athletes. Kinesthetically aware athlete. You get more looks, and so you learn more, and you learn more, and you learn more. And by the time you start learning how to get great work out of your 15th tricep exercise, your ability to learn a 16th is fantastic. And so that's something I'm really looking forward to, is giving you more looks to learn interoception, right? Because like when we're getting better at technique in the squat and the deadlift, it's a lot about learning how to position your body in space better. You know how to create tension better, but how to position your body in space is this external thing, and you're really good at that. Like if I was like, Max, we're gonna fix your sprinting form, you'd figure it out really quick. You'd make great improvement. And lower body is this very like exteroception, body awareness and space stuff. But then like creating tension in a bench press is a lot more internal feelings of like flexing muscles. It's more bodybuilding adjacent, where there is some emphasis on interoception. That's why there's so much overlap between like good bodybuilding and good bench press training. Is like being able to tighten up and create an artificially tight place lets you press heavier. And I'm realizing that your mind muscle connection is like pretty limited in a lot of areas. So giving you more looks, I think you're going to kind of rapidly, it's going to be like a period of rapid evolution in like your understanding of training days, right?
Awesome.
Boom.
I feel like the rotating exercise thing is so interesting because it's so tempting to find exercises that work. Obviously, you should keep them in generally, but it's so hard to want to change them because you don't want to change them, right? Like I have a client who maybe not the best learning of new form and skills and likes to really lift heavy. So
You're cooked.
What?
Me and Max were saying the other day, every time we mention a client, all of our clients are like, you were talking about me, weren't you? So you're going to say,
Everyone who's
not
thought that I'm talking about them, I promise it's not about you.
I don't think they watch these, so for whatever that's
You're
worth.
like someone who's not the best at learning new form, and like every one of your clients is gonna be texting you as they watch this, be like, "You're talking about me,
No,
weren't
you guys
you?
are
I get
awesome.
it.
JQ's great."
I'm not very coordinated. I'm so sorry." Every time, Adam is always like, "That was about me." No, it wasn't. You're a good lifter, and you're doing good. I promise it wasn't you, man. Every time, I'm like, "No, Adam, it wasn't." I would say it was Adam. He's kind of like a referenced character at this point. I would say it was you, man.
That's fair. But like this athlete, I knew maybe would cut ROM as things got heavier to keep numbers going up.
Yep.
Which is a good trait if we can control it, right?
Yep.
So then I kind of strayed away from giving them dumbbell movements, things for their pecs that you kind of have to proprioceptively decide how deep the stretch is. For a really long time, we were doing like the McDonald bar and things that would give you a big stretch automatically. And I'm like, now we're kind of phasing in, and it takes a while to learn the cueing of like a dumbbell bench if you've never learned how to truly open up your pecs before.
Yep.
But I think it's going to be so
Someone who
worthwhile.
always tucks.
Someone who always
makes
tucks.
it a little bit more shoulder dominant, right? Like more horizontal travel. They're never kind of letting the elbow flare out and opening the chest through. Exactly.
So I think it's going to be so potent and so worthwhile to learn that, but it does take a while if you've never done it before.
That's a tricky thing, right? Is like sometimes, you're like, I don't think this person is in it for the long haul. So we're going to go with the short-term fix, which is idiot-proof movement.
Yes.
And we're going to trick them, and it's going to work great. And it often works great, but for long-term development, it might be worth taking the harder path.
Exactly.
And learning to like balance on one leg potentially.
Right. And I'm like, this person is very strong. So if we have one block where we don't PR the bench because we bothered to learn a new movement, I think it's well worth the time we put in to learn that motor pattern.
You're good at picking up. Both of you are very easy to coach because you figure skated a lot harder than lifting. So like easy, very easy, like proprioceptive change of like just push your knee out slightly and you're like in the middle of your squat. Okay.
This is my cope. I am one of those people who's like, my muscles grow because I know how to feel them from
My
figure
form
skating.
is just so immaculate. I stimulate
I
them.
think about the muscle and it squeezes.
Have you guys tried thinking about the muscle as you do it?
Have you considered that my 2-plate squats are far better than yours?
What were you saying though?
Oh, nothing else. I was just saying, I've been digging training with Max. It takes a little bit of getting used to, with Max for Max than for me.
So many people talk to you at the gym. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's a reason I was in the garage for quite a while. I was just
The
like, I
whole
locked
joke of me
myself in
saying
there
like,
for a
"Oh,
year.
I'm super antisocial. I have no friends," right?
Yep.
And then we'd be like, "I'm actually a super social butterfly. Everyone at the gym loves me." Holy shit! No, they like you way more. Everyone's going to talk to you. Everyone's social guy saying, "What are your thoughts on this forum?" I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a big deal. I was featured in a GQ article.
Dude, my God.
It's crazy. I was like, I don't know anything about magazines. I'd heard the name. I saw that they've got YouTube videos and stuff. And the guy that reached out was like, oh, yeah, we're just going to make an article about like deadlifting. I was like, okay. 3 people have like texted me, be like, oh, I saw your article. I was like, what? People read articles? I had no idea that happened.
Pretty awesome. Well, one of the guys.
This has really caught me off guard.
One of the guys, he said it came up on his Google. So that was pretty sick. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, kind of a big deal, Max. That's why everybody wants to talk to me.
Yeah, dude. I've been like, well, like, what the fuck is happening? I'm way funnier and sillier than Sam, and they're all fucking talking to Sam.
But it's been good. It's been real good. Like, you're having to make more accommodations than me. But it's been good. We've run through a big Saturday together now. We have run through...
That video will be up next Monday.
We haven't done our back and grip / back and buys day. That'll be fun this week.
Yep.
We did shoulders today. We did chest and tries on Friday. It's been good. I feel like we're batting pretty well. I think 2 of them were great. One of them was just a little bit off on the pacing, but the same workout, if we had pushed the pace a little bit more, I thought would have been bang on. So we're almost 3 for 3 on great workouts.
And we're gonna be 4 for 4 tomorrow. We're hitting legs, baby.
True. Tomorrow is our first accessory legs on the new training together. No, we did that last week. Yeah. It'll be good.
So second means we're building momentum.
Trying to figure out how to load up our split squats heavier because we're going to outgrow our
This
gym's
has been
dumbbells.
quite the conundrum because our gym has up to hundreds.
Yep.
And it's like we have like 3 more weeks of runway before we run out of dumbbells.
Yeah, because we hit the 75s last week and we got 27. And so I was like, all right, we're going to jump the weight. I don't want to do 27 reps again. And I was like, we're going to run out of weight here. And I do think split squats loaded in the hands, you can lean into the plant leg, come across, get more length at glute. And I think you can build your glutes a little bit better with a hand loaded, so mostly dumbbell loaded split squat. And so Max especially needs more glutes right now. We're getting a split squat up. So I was like, it'd be great if we could do the ideal version. But we're going to run out of room here. We have an open-ended trap bar, but Max is a really, really big guy, and I don't think he's going to be able to stick his back leg out the back and not have his knee hit the front.
Couldn't we just do the open one and lean forward more?
I think that it's too narrow in the back.
We'll figure it out.
We'll give it a try.
Do some experimentation.
That's the option for heavier hand loading. Would be like walk out the rackable open back trap bar, so you can still get over that plant leg and get a bigger stretch, kind of load into your IR a little bit more. But if need be, we'll just do a barbell. It's fine, right? Like infinite loading potential. It's a good movement.
I've got a classic large lads topic.
Let's hear it, brother man.
Which McDonald's menu items go to the muscles and which of them go straight to the gut? Huge thank you to the person who gave me this question.
Big shout out.
Also, thumbs down for the McDonald's giving you food poisoning recently.
Oh, I was like, awesome recovery. I'll have a cheat meal this week. And I just got food poisoning. I was like, fuck.
Awesome.
Definitely should have had beef and rice, I guess.
They really do let
what
like
do you-
12-year-olds work at the McDonald's by us though, so I don't know what the labor laws like are here.
I am confused. They definitely have some people that I'm like, you cannot be allowed to work.
What do you think, Clonatron? You're on a cut, so your perspective of the menu is very different than me and Max's.
It's been very limited when we go through the drive-thru. I'm like, oh man. I've been getting their chicken strips.
Yep.
Not as good as Wendy's chicken strips.
'Kay.
But less calories.
Are those going to the muscles?
Those are going to the muscles.
Okay.
I will say I like to get ranch to dip them in. That's not going to the muscles.
That's not going to the muscles.
No,
Okay,
but the
okay.
chicken strips themselves probably go. I will say the chicken nuggets probably less going to the muscles. The macros on those not as good as I thought they would be.
Let's go into the muscles. You heard it here.
It's very funny. Which bodybuilder was saying your calories from each of your macros should be equal, or is it your macros?
It is the energy from each macro. That's Evan Centopani is a big advocate for equal energy consumption from each of the 3. So realistically, the fat looks roughly half of what the protein and the carbs.
See, the
are. These are
McNuggets,
big high protein.
all of their
ones.
macros are equal.
They're the perfect food.
20 grams of protein, 20 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbs.
It's perfect. I feel like the McCrispy is pretty anabolic.
Okay. What do you think, brother man? You are
Yeah, I've got a lot of opinions on this. I know.
Yeah.
I know you wouldn't expect that from looking at
you
me.
researched this topic before.
Yeah, I had more time to prep this.
Yeah.
The McRib is going straight to heart disease.
Okay.
It's gonna kill you. McDouble, straight to the muscles.
Nice.
Literally straight to the muscles. Maybe the number 1 muscle-based food.
I think ever since they raised the price of the McDoubles, they no longer go to the muscle.
They're hurting the wallet a little bit more.
I remember when I was in high school, we had a McDonald's near our school. We could go during lunch, right? And like I was trying to bulk up. I was like stuck at 165, and so I was like, dirty bulk, yeah, fuck yeah. I was at that point, man, there was no risk of me getting fat. I was very lean. And so I would go, and it was like, what was
I
it?
thought the same thing.
What was it? It was like $2 for 2 McDoubles.
There used to be a dollar menu. What the fuck's happened?
I forget.
We used to be a great country.
We used to have dollar menus.
Also, what the fuck? The Taco Bell quesadilla is like $18. What the fuck is
What are you doing at Taco Bell, man?
What Nina gets Taco Bell at lunch?
Degenerate activities.
What?
Taco Bell,
Nothing
not
at,
anabolic.
Nothing at Taco Bell
unfortunately.
goes to the muscles.
I 100% stand by that.
Viewers,
statement.
you're not going to like this take at all. Nothing at Taco Bell goes to your muscles.
0 menu items.
Oh,
the protein bowl, straight to the gut.
The nuggets, the ones that had
Oh, when they
bajillion
had
grams of
nuggets?
protein. Do you remember those?
They still do.
They
Oh,
do?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
those
thought
go
they
to your
only
mom.
have tendies now.
I think they might. I don't know.
Yo, shout out to Chipotle. They made a high protein menu.
True.
Oh, I got an awesome story about this. I go to work. Diligent guy. I bring my lunches. I drop my lunch bag. Shatter my meals. Fuck, I don't have any meals for the day. Cool. I'm gonna DoorDash myself some Chipotle. And I'm trying to I'm looking, I'm like, God, what the fuck? This shit's... They're charging me $20 for a burrito bowl. Yeah. And I see that they have a cool deal where you can get a burrito bowl for way less.
Yes.
So I get 3 of those. And I'm like, that's my meal prep for the day.
Ooh.
They arrive. Turns out it's the super spicy sauce. And I'm like, I'm not going to order another lunch out of pride. So I eat 3 of these bowls over the course of the day. First time I've thrown up during a workout.
Damn.
I'll tell you, hurt way more coming up.
You know how you know this was like a while ago? You had a job.
Back when I ordered lunch.
What was your McDonald's anabolic though?
You
said McDonald's?
Kirsten really needed to come back to this.
God, I feel like a double quarter pounder after a hard squat session, almost nothing goes to the muscles more.
Okay.
The fact that they have to cook the patties longer, that means they're putting more of the good shit in there.
Insider knowledge, they have to cook the patties longer.
The Oreo McFlurry, not good for the muscles. It's really good.
That was going to be my ask. I was going to ask you, please, does the Oreo, please, does the Oreo McFlurry go to the muscles?
The Stroop Waffle McFlurry, straight to the muscles. It's a seasonal. The Shamrock Shake, straight to the muscles.
Okay, it's
My
it's
in-the-moment
ones.
perception massively varies on how hard I trained. Because if I hit like a balls to the wall, like after like the 500 for 20 squat,
Yeah.
I went and got Wendy's, and I'm convinced that burger, the fries, the milkshake I got, of course it's all going to my legs. They need it right now.
No quote.
But if I go eat this shit on a rest day, I ask all of my muscles if they need it. And they're like, not really. Just some regular chicken and rice would be fine. So they reject it. And so it all goes to your belly. But if you hit it you can digest anything after a hard enough workout. Like you can digest, if you're lactose intolerant, if you work out hard enough, suddenly for some reason you aren't for one meal. And so my perception is everything goes straight to the muscles if you trained hard enough right beforehand.
No quote has ever poisoned my mind quite like
I know
Michael
exactly where
Phelps.
this is going.
If the oven gets hot enough, it'll burn anything. They were like, Michael Phelps, why are you eating 2 pizzas a day? And obviously it's because he's in a pool swimming for 16 hours. And he just doesn't have, he's not able to eat a high enough fucking
calorie.
Well, the temperature of the pool. I didn't know
like
this.
thermogenesis. He's just like leaking heat all the time. Monstrous caloric intake is eating pizza.
Heat is crazy.
And by that same means, me after I squat means I'm allowed to eat whatever I want. Because the oven's burning hot enough.
You've been leaking heat.
This was funny because you've liked this quote since you were a child.
Oh, dude, well, it was just like a perfect, because I was like, I'm a little fat piece of shit, but if I work hard, that means I'm allowed to keep doing that.
Max learned this quote when he was like 15.
Nothing needs to change as long as the oven's hot enough. So I just need to make sure the oven is always on maximum temp.
It's like back in the day, you'd be horsing food, and you're like, the oven is burning plenty hot. I was like, the oven has been playing Skyrim all day, bro. What the fuck is this?
I do remember, like, there was times where I'd be like, I'm going to eat an enormous dinner tonight to peer pressure myself into working harder at the gym tomorrow. Because I'll feel so bad about myself if I don't. I'm going to finish this whole Domino's pizza, and then I'm going to have to work it off.
That's so awesome.
Someone in the comments, tell me what the deal used to be, like the standard deal at McDonald's. It was like, I think it was $2 for 2 McDoubles or double hamburgers. And so I would just get 6 of those every day at lunch. And I was skinny and I wasn't good at eating back then. So I would really like brute force my way through them. And my bench went up a bunch.
I have an anti-advertisement.
Okay.
Warning to the viewers. Do not buy the low-calorie sweet treats. PSA! We went to the movies and then we went to the grocery store planning to get snacks. And I bought the low-calorie sour watermelon gummies. Absolutely destroyed me. Do not buy the low calorie.
You guys don't understand. Chris almost died from
Don't
those
buy
things.
the sugar alcohol filled gummies. They are not worth it. Just eat normal gummies if you're going to do it.
Yeah, eat normal gummies.
That was so funny. Me and Chris are like, we're going to be healthy.
I
And
macro tracked everything. I saved some calories to have a fun time at the
You bought
movies.
those sugar alcohol gummies, and then I bought dried liver. And
I don't know why you did that.
It was like
Sam has bought liver 20 million times, and he doesn't like it.
It's got so
He's
many,
never liked
bro.
it.
It's got so many nutrients.
He's
I
always
ate
like,
them.
"This is so good for me," and then he hates it.
They've got so many nutrients, bro. And so
true.
I ate those during the. You were eating your fucking shit yourself candies, and I
Yeah.
was eating my shitty beef liver. Be like, yep, this is just as bad as I remember.
And I got a corn dog.
Max and Nina
I had
were
an awesome
eating their
time
tasty
today.
food.
You guys went to Whole Foods and got a bunch of weird shit, and me and Nina had fucking Twizzlers and a corn dog, and I had a much better movie experience.
I paid so much money for that weird shit too. God.
Yeah, Whole Foods is a snack getter place, not a grocery getter place.
True.
Fucking eating Rocky Mountain oysters and fucking salted ice over here. God,
what the
crazy.
hell?
don't eat,
Hey, hold
eat
on.
like a true patriot.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I had a slice of pizza in my defense.
Boom.
It was 500 calories, and it was worth it.
I will say you've been tracking for the first time better than anyone I know.
Oh, I'm so autistic, dude. It was gonna go good.
That was guaranteed. As soon as you figured out there were numbers,
I
and
have
you
a
were like,
scale, and I put it on the scale, and then I put it in my little machine that tells me how many calories it is, and then I eat it.
Kirsten was devastated the other day. She's like, I wonder how many calories that Pop-Tarts have. And
Christian discovering on a weekly basis that high-calorie foods have high calories. You're just being like, holy shit, guys. Did you know the triple bacon ranch chili burger at Arby's has 800 calories? And I'm like, I'm shocked it doesn't have more.
I used to eat like 6 individual Pop-Tarts at a time when I was a kid. So learning that they're like, one packet of 2 is like 500 calories, absolutely, devastating.
we were at Winco, and I was like pushing the cart. And I was like in the baking aisle. I was getting more salt or something. And I see Kirsten like scuttle off, like in
I really wanted a Pop-Tart.
in a speed that could be nothing good. And so Kirsten like scuttles off. And
Well,
then,
you guys usually try to stop me from making bad choices at the grocery store, so I have to be fast.
so Kirsten scuttles away. And then from one aisle over, I hear, no! I was like, why are you yelling at the girl? I like come over. And she's like, did you know Pop-Tarts have 500 calories? I was like, yeah.
What the fuck? How do they even do that, bro? They're so small.
How do they even do that? Huh?
You know what's a real
Oh, Max,
statement?
how do they
Calorie
do
guy,
that?
tell us.
A statement to my dedication, right? Realizing that cup of noodles didn't have nearly as many calories as I thought. Because
Yeah.
I was like, man, I must have had a true like zero movement for me to get so fat eating just cup of noodles back in the day.
Yep.
It's like I wasn't eating 20 of them, and I was really, really chunky. I was doing truly nothing. Like,
Your step count was like
The
200.
max step count in this era was fascinating because you would be like the most immobile person I've ever seen
yep.
for 6 days in a row.
Yep.
And then you walked from Renton to Seattle. And then you would be immobile for about 6
I
days.
remember that.
And then you would just get up in the middle of the night and like walk for like a bajillion miles.
Yeah, well, it's really funny because I didn't actually. I bet my step count on average was pretty monstrous because I was doing my super long walks.
Yes. Contemplating the world.
You really, really deep philosophical questions.
Max used to just walk around all over.
Well, I don't remember the circumstances, but I remember when you walked from Renton to Seattle. That was crazy.
That was post me being the worst, laziest, depressed kid in the world. That was I got snowed in at my mom's house, and the YMCA announced they were going to be closed for 4
Yes.
days, and I had a PR SWAT session.
You had to get the workout in.
And so I was like, my dad's house has a home gym, and so I ended up walking like 20-something miles to fucking.
Worth it. Crazy.
And I was going to add, our sister was so mad about that because you would just be like off walking in the middle of the night for no reason.
Yeah.
And then our parents were like, Piper, you shouldn't be out that late. It's probably not a good idea. And she's like, what the fuck? Max is literally just walking around all over the place. Max and Sam literally just and like being like, I understand that this is not fair, but you cannot tell me you don't see the difference between your risk of getting abducted and Max's.
I think it's pretty similar. People like a little chubby boy. I think they're gonna see that little chubby boy walking around at 4 a.m.
By this point, you were like 270 and over 6 feet tall too. And you're just like walking around being, I have deep thoughts about things.
His cute features, but we must get him on the back of our pickup truck.
Do you remember when your dad was like, yep, he's out there picking up hookers all night?
Oh my god. I'm out there like just like
Craziest
depressed
accusation ever.
13-year-old wandering around being like, I'm gonna jump out in front of one of these cars one of these days. and my dad tells Sam, he's like, what do you know about what Max is doing at night? And Sam was like, I think he's just a depressed teenager wandering around. He's like, what if there's like women of the night.
Women of the
thing
night
going on.
involved here.
Which one? I love the implication that I somehow am scrapping together hundreds of dollars.
And then walking to like a red light district and finding them is
That's-
so funny.
I remember he told me that, and I was like, I don't know, I was like 17, and I was like, if that's what he's doing, he's a beast. This is crazy. If this is true, what a unit. What?
I wander around. I do odd jobs in class, and I go back. To
I wash
hookers.
people's cars until I have enough money for a hooker.
I come back. I go to the next day at middle school.
And you're walking around in your top hat, picking up.
That's why they were giving me such reduced rates, because they knew I was such a
They see the
gentleman.
Stewie pants, and they're like, "Man, this guy doesn't have any money."
He reeks of shit. Definitely, this is a man old enough to solicit us.
That was crazy.
Oh, that feels like a perfect note to end it on. Honestly, my hip is cramping from squat day, so tune in. Also, maybe if you want more of this awesome content, join Larger Lads, the Patreon. See their training.
$5 a month. If you join our
$5
Patreon, you get a bonus episode every week, and if you don't want to, that is okay.
And you can ask questions.
Oh, and also, yeah, we do viewer questions out there.